Leonidas I led an army of 300 Spartans against a Persian army of 1 million. Even with such handicap, the Spartans held out for 5 to 6 days, killing approximately 10,000 enemy troops. This type of synergy is what a respective leader is able to create. The 5 levels of leadership: Proven steps to maximize your potential, by John C Maxwell. The good news is that we no longer need to prove our leadership on the battlefield like we did in the past. We can use the same skill to lead towards a better cause. All we need is a strong purpose, an organization, and a respected leader. Here are 5 levels of leadership. 1. Position. Leadership by position is the lowest form of leadership. People only follow you because they have to. These leaders are usually only leader by title. Your boss at work could be a good example since you have to listen to what he or she said, no matter if you believe in it or not. These type of leaders usually cause resentment amongst their followers. The team will only put up minimum effort to get things done. They won't go above and beyond. Prime example of a leader by position is Supreme Leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un. He inherited the country from his father. His credentials are unknown and his actions are very questionable. If you live in North Korea, you have no choice but to follow his lead. If you show any sign of disrespect towards the leader, you will be tortured and most likely face death. Many experts predict that if war breaks out, a lot of followers will defect. 2. Permission. Leadership by permission is when people follow you willingly. According to Maxwell, these leaders are usually very personable. They have built good relationships amongst their followers, which is subsequent to their followers accepting them as their leader. The results of this type of leadership is better than leadership by position. However, this leader is still missing important traits that can help bring out the best of a team. Example of a leadership by permission is former US President Barack Obama. His charismatic demeanor, personable humor, and public speaking proficiency have gained him popularity amongst the American people. America saw Obama as a sign of hope. He stood out from the rest of the candidates. As a result, Obama won the 2008 election with 365 electoral votes over McCain's 173. He was also more popular, winning 52.9% of the popular vote. 3. Production. Leadership by production is when people follow you because of what you have done for the organization. These leaders are result-oriented. These are very effective leaders because your followers believe in your capabilities of leading them towards the right path. As a result, production, unity, and morale are also higher compared to the previous 2 types. A good example of a leadership by production is Russian President Vladimir Putin. During Putin's first presidency, the Russian economy has grown for 8 years in a row. The GDP increased by 72%. After his second term, he was unable to run for president for a third term due to constitutional limits. In 2012, when Putin decided to run for president again, he won 64% of the vote. People vote for Putin not because he is likable, they vote for him because he gets things done. 4. People development. Leadership by people development is when people follow you for what you have done for them. These type of leaders are productive and personable, and also able to replicate their success onto others to help them become good leaders in their own rights. Great example of a leadership by people development is Hall of Fame college basketball player and basketball coach John Wooden. Wooden was an All-American basketball player 3 times and was the first person to be inducted to the Basketball Hall of Fame both as a player and a coach. His coaching record was unheard of. He won 10 NCAA national championships in a 12-year period as head coach at UCLA. He won 7 of those championships in a row. Meanwhile, no other team has won more than 2 in a row. He has created a legacy so great that not only is he honored heavily in sport, but many people outside of sports have studied him on organizational leadership. 5. Pinnacle. Leadership at the pinnacle is when people follow you for what you represent. This is the highest form of leadership. According to Maxwell, less than 1% of all leaders get to this level. Level 5 leaders have influence that lower level leaders cannot replicate. Level 5 leaders also focus on creating more level 4 leaders. An example of a level 5 leader is Buddha. Although many people know Buddha as a god or a representative of a religion, Buddha was once a man who left his life of comfort to seek enlightenment. His goal was to find a way to end human suffering. Buddha's insurmountable magnanimity has helped him create a cult of followers who practice his teachings and pass it on through generations. Although Buddha himself lived in 400 BC, his teachings can still be found today. Spiritual leader of Tibet, the Dalai Lama, still spread Buddhist teaching to the world today. These are the 5 levels of leadership. Here is the final takeaway. Which one of these leaders do you want to follow? Better yet, which level of leadership are you? Which level do you aspire to be on? Please share on the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. Please share and subscribe for more videos.